Aloha and welcome back to Children's Stories by Ohana, where we share children's stories from around the world and teach you how to play songs from around the world using my favorite instrument, the ukulele. My name is Uncle Amos, and today we travel to French Polynesia in the Pacific, and I get to share a story about the stars, the flower, and the ocean. A long time ago, before any of us were born, there were 3 young friends who lived in Tahiti. The most confident was Fetia, which means star. She was the leader of their group, and she was loud and fun. The oldest of the girls was Tiari, which means flower. She was quiet and thoughtful and very loyal. Finally, there was Moana, a dreamer with big blue eyes named after the ocean. The girls were inseparable and spent every day together, playing by the shore of the beautiful beach. Even though they were very different, they were good to each other. And when they fought, it was mostly just about silly things. That's what friends do after all. One day, while out and about, the girls were joined by some of their other friends, Jean and Michel. Fetia entertained the boys with her stories and clever jokes. Tiari was soaking in the sunshine, and Moana decided to go for a swim. Once in the water, Moana was delighted by the animals around her. There were shy manta rays and brightly colored fish and seahorses and hermit crabs and turtles. She wanted to share her discovery, so Moana gently lifted a starfish from its rock and carried it in both her hands to show Fetia. "Fetia, it's a star, just like you." But Fetia just rolled her eyes, making the boys laugh. "Don't be stupid," she replied. "I'm not a sea animal, I'm a person. Also, it'll dry out if you don't put it back in the water." And just like that, Fetia went back to entertaining her friends. This really hurt Moana. She hadn't expected such a rude response from her friend, who usually shared the love of the ocean and the ocean creatures with her. Tiari was quiet and watched the whole scenario, and she was very unhappy with it. Moana quickly gathered her things and started to make her way home. "I'll be seeing you," she said to the others. Fetia scoffed. "Don't be so sensitive." Later, when only Tiari and Fetia were left on the beach, the older girl turned to her friend. And this is what she said. "You were unkind to Moana in front of those boys. Why?" Fetia just shrugged her shoulders, as stubborn as always. "She was being silly. What's the big deal?" Tiari shook her head. "It costs you nothing to be kind, and frankly, it's a better look. Other people will come and go, but our friendships will last forever if you look after them." Fetia thought for a moment, realizing she had made a big mistake by hurting Moana's feelings. "How can I fix it?" she asked Tiari. Tiari looked at her and said, "That's for you to figure out." And she gave her a big hug and started making her way home. Fetia had an idea. She found a beautiful glass jar and filled it with sand and ocean water. The next day, she went to see Moana, feeling a little shy. She handed her the bottle and gave her a big hug. And this is what she said. "The ocean is deep and lovely and will be there forever, just like you and our friendship." Moana smiled. "Promise," she said. I promise, Fetia replied. And from that day forward, the friendship blossomed and grew and grew. The end. Well, thank you for traveling to French Polynesia with me and learning this beautiful story about friendship. If you would like to learn how to play a song from French Polynesia with the ukulele, click on the links below. Also remember to subscribe to the channel, ping the notification bell, and like this video so you never miss a story from me. Until the next time when I see you with another story, the journey of the stories continues. Aloha!